Hey everyone, just wanted to say hi. Heartburn is down in my lap, so if she interrupts the video, just to let you know. Another heat joke, I'm turning into my parents because my parents used to shower twice every day during the summer, once in the morning and once in the evening, and I always used to be like, Mom, Dad, you guys are clean. Why do you need 2 showers? And they're like, Emily, we just feel gross. We want to take a shower. It feels good. It's like, whatever. And now it's so hot that whether I'm dancing or doing something where I'm moving around, or I'm just sitting at home watching TV, I feel so disgusting in the evenings that I need another shower. So I've been taking morning and evening showers now, and I'm like, wow, Mom, Dad, I'm growing up. I'm getting old, turning into you. And my hair is slicked back today because I have a meeting later, so I'm trying to look a bit more professional than usual. And I forgot that hairspray and aerosol cans like really packs a punch. I feel like I glued my hair flat. So that was interesting. Heartburn, what are you doing? Anyways, today's topic is a little unusual because it's a little more serious, and it might be a longer video as well. I have a whole list of like fun little topics I want to talk about, but today I want to talk about how one of the things that I really learned from traveling abroad and meeting people from other countries, I've learned what it means to be an American, how I view my own country, because we actually don't think about that very much, and how America is viewed by others. And I'd like to discuss that in context with the Boston Marathon bombing. So, real quick, this is how I get my news, by the way. I get my news from Facebook. When I turn on Facebook in the morning, if I see like 2 or 3 statuses about a certain topic, then I know something has happened, and then I start looking it up on news sites. Every couple of days, I look up the news on BBC and the New York Times, but every time I found out a major event back home, it's been through Facebook. So I turned on Facebook yesterday morning and saw a couple of statuses about Boston. And then later in the day, I started getting texts from my Vietnamese friends about Boston. And I was able to look up a little bit of it on the news, but I had a really busy day, so I wasn't able to really read about it until this morning. And just I was looking up news articles and videos on YouTube and seeing the comments on the articles and on YouTube from different people, again, all over the world, all different opinions, and I wanted to chuck mine in there because this is actually pretty common. So first of all, I'm happy to say that all my friends that live in Boston are not runners and were most likely nowhere near it. Many of them have posted on Facebook saying they're okay. My friends that are runners were nowhere near Boston, so I know they're okay. I do have one friend in Washington, D.C. who's a runner, so that's near enough. So George, if you're watching this, I'm going to be chasing you down Facebook soon to make sure you're okay. But by this point, I'm pretty certain everyone is okay, I think. Okay, so what have I been seeing? I've been seeing a lot of comments about how violent America is. I do feel like the past year or 2 has been exceptionally violent. We've had a lot of mass shootings and then this bombing. I've seen a lot of comments about terrorist attacks, whether it's Al-Qaeda or another terrorist group. No terrorist group claimed responsibility for it. I saw the news about a Saudi student being arrested, fleeing from the scene. And many Americans have commented that they're embarrassed to be an American because of the way our country is reflected. People from other countries have commented that, there's so many things. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. And going back to like Sandy Hook Elementary School, again, found out through Facebook. One of the first things a coworker said to me after that because it was worldwide. This coworker was British, so he would have gotten his news from a different website. But that morning he said to me, "What is wrong with your country?" And I took great offense to that. I do see a lot of misconceptions of America every day, including from some of our own people. And I want to make it clear, first of all, that we are the third most populated country in the world. We are after China and India. Okay? The thing that sets us apart from China and India, we are Western. And if you look, China and India make international news every day for the same sort of ridiculous stuff. For gang rapes, for train crashes that were caused by human error, for unsafe standards in buildings that collapse during earthquakes. So I want you to keep in mind that America is a big, big populated country. And we have around 350 million people. Not all of us, we're not all the same. Obviously, not all of us condone violence. Not all of us condone terror. The people who do commit this are always a very few percentage of the people. Like, if we had 10 crazy people trying to do shootings or bombings in the last year, that's 10 out of 350 million. They should not be considered representative of my country or what is wrong with America. And yes, I'm going to say America because I know we are the United States of America. We are not the entire continent. But America is our nickname. It is what we tend to call ourselves. So I am going to use it here regardless of political correctness. Some of the comments I'm seeing, I saw a wonderful comment on YouTube from a Muslim woman who said that 99% of all Muslims out there would also condemn all of the violence that they see being committed by Muslim terrorists in their religion's name. And thankfully, she had been voted up many times. Many people recognize that her message is accurate. The majority of Muslims are not violent. This also needs to be remembered. The majority of Muslims in America love their country. Okay? Of course, very quickly, a Saudi man was arrested. He has since been released. But he was seen fleeing the site of the bomb, which when I read that, so what? Everybody was mostly fleeing the site of the bomb. He was here on a student visa, and literally he was detained because he was Saudi, because he was here on a student visa, so he was not a citizen, and because he was seen fleeing the site of the bomb. That is reasonable paranoia. But my heart still goes out to that poor man because he was detained solely because of his race. Because of everybody fleeing the bomb, they picked him out of the crowd. But he has since, like, everything has checked out. He has been released. And I can't stand when people condemn America for its violence and seem to feel that this applies to the majority of our people. And when they blame TV violence or lax gun laws, yes, our gun laws need revision. And unfortunately, that's not going to come anytime soon. But they miss the beauty that is America. That we've got so many cultures and so much diversity, and focus. Seriously, on the videos, people were focusing more on the horrible things that had happened and not on the heroes that had jumped in to help save them. Unfortunately, on the news, those heroes are being celebrated. But many people were commenting that America is bringing this on themselves and that America is going to hell. And like I said, even though we've had more violent incidents in the past couple of years, please keep in mind, this is a minority of American people. A very small minority. The vast, vast majority are loving, caring people who want to see this type of attack stop and do not believe anybody deserves this type of violence done to them. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the Boston Marathon bombings. And I do want to give a shout out to the people who literally didn't even think, just rushed right in and started helping people out. The photos have been appropriately censored online, thank goodness, but it is horrible. And I'm happy that we only have lost 3. I do think we should also focus on how many people are critically injured but alive. And I would like to dive into this topic further about receiving news from home overseas, about my perspective as an American overseas. But this video is already 11 minutes long, partly because I keep pausing because it's so hard to articulate what I want to say. So I'm going to let you go for now, and I promise a funnier video next time. And I love everybody. I wish everybody well. I'm so sorry for Boston. I do seriously hope they find who did this. My personal opinion, from the placement of the bombs and the event and the way they were set off, and the fact that no terrorist group is claiming responsibility, I don't think this was a terrorist group. I think this might have been one lone crazy person. Personally, that's my opinion. But we will wait and have to wait and see. And my heart goes out to everybody back home, and especially all those in Boston. I love you. Bye.